Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. So let's apply the reflection and shifts or shifts and reflection to the cubic function, recall cubic function. So first we will be applying shifts. So there are two shifts. One is vertical, C unit up or C unit down, and the other one is horizontal, and that is C unit left or C unit down. Oh, sorry, right. So let's recall what was the cubic function. So if we recall, then the cubic function was this, and its graph had an sketch that looked like this. So that was the f of x equal to x cube. That was the graph of x cubic function, the polynomial function of degree 3. Now, based on this, I want to plot these functions. F of x equal to x cube plus, let's say, 3, and another function g of x to be x cube minus 4, another function h of x, x minus, let's say, 1 whole cube, and another function j of x to be x plus 2 cube. Now you can see that this is the vertical upward 3 units shift to the cubic function. This is 4 units downward shift to the cubic function, and this is 1 unit right shift, and this is 2 units left shift. So we can plot all of these if we know the plot of this, f of x to be x cube. So let's do that. So first we will be working with uh, f of x to be x cube plus 3. So all we have to do is we have to consider the cubic function, which is parent function, and then we will apply 3 unit vertical shift upwards to it. So this is my y-axis, this is my x-axis. Okay, and you know that the cubic function look like this. This is the parent function, cubic function, and what we have to do is we have to shift this function 3 units upward. So the graph of this function is going to be, we can draw it here. So you need to take this graph, this function's graph, 3 units upward. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3. So here, okay, so this origin will shift here, and every point will be shifted 3 units upward. So this function will be something like this. So this is basically f of x equal to x cube plus 3. Similarly, we can plot another function that was the, if you recall, it was g of x equal to x cube plus 4. So it's basically x cube plus 4. So it's basically 4 units downward shift to the cubic function. So this is cubic function parent, and we have to shift this 4 units down. Minus 4. This is x cube minus 4. 4 units down. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the cubic function will be moved 4 units down. Something like this. So this is going to be, it's an sketch. Of course, it might look like a little bad, but it's it's the idea, and it's the sketch. We will be moving towards Desmos where it will be clarified more. And then we had another function that was h of x, and it was x minus 1 is cube. Now this can also be plotted. What we have to do, we have to shift our cubic function 1 units to the right. So this is the cubic function, and we have to shift it 1 unit to here. Let's say this is x equal to 1 units to the right. So the function will be something like this. Okay, so that's how it will be. But it kind of if you see at its y-intercept, it is going to be at x equal to 0, so the y-intercept is -1, so it should cross this -1 here. So it should look something like this. We're gonna see this on Desmos, and we will get the clear idea. And similarly, we had to plot another function that was j of x to be x plus 2 whole cube. So this was the 2 unit leftward shift of cubic function. This is -1, this is -2, so 2 units. And you can talk about its x-intercept and y-intercept to get more ideas. So if x is 0, then my y is going to be 8. So that means it will be somewhere up. And if I talk about its y-intercept, so it's x-intercept, then y equal to 0. So it's going to be x equal to -2. Of course, this is going to be here. So this is going to be a cubic function of this form, which will pass from this to, and then will go this way somehow, roughly. So this is cubic function shifted 2 units to the left. Y, x, x bar, y bar. This is just an idea. I know it's not that good sketch, but let's take them on to the Desmos. So let's start with our parent function, which was f of x to be x cube x cube plus 3. That was the first where we had shifted it 3 units up and then 4 units down, and then we had something where we shifted our cubic function 1 units to the 1 units to the right, and then so it is this one, and then finally we had this 2 units leftward shift. That's here. So these are 4 shifts, 2 vertical up and down and 2 horizontal left and right. So this is how the shifts of the cubic function are done. On the same lines, now you can see the reflection. We have 2 reflections, one about y-axis and the other is about x-axis. So if you recall, y equal to minus f of x was reflection about x-axis, and y equal to f of minus x was reflection about y-axis. So in our case, our function f of x is equal to x cube. So we just need to multiply by minus. So this is my new function, g of x equal to minus x cube. So this is reflection about x-axis. Now you can talk about its reflection about y-axis. So you need to replace x by minus x. So this is again, this is reflection about y-axis, but you can see that this one and this one are same. So when you are talking about the reflection of cubic function about x-axis and y-axis, then you need to learn just one of these, either x-axis shift reflection or y-axis, because both will have same. So in both cases you will get the same graph. So let's plot this g of x to be x cube using minus x cube using the shift along maybe y-axis. So first we need to draw our parent cubic function, and this is given by, this is the parent cubic function f of x equal to x cube. What I need to plot is, I need to plot its reflection about y-axis. So when you reflect this part along y-axis, you will get this. And when you reflect this part along y-axis, you will get this. So this is going to be the graph of g of x equal to minus x cube. Of course, these are x-intercepts and x-axis and y-axis. Okay, now one general question that can be asked is this one. Plot this h of x equal to minus x minus 2 cube plus 1. How can I plot this? So what I need to do, I need to take my cubic function, I need to reflect it. Either you need to reflect or okay, let's reflect it. Reflect, and then 2 units to the right, and then 1 unit up. So this is going to be something like so if I talk about this x cube, then this is going to be the x cube's function, and then if you reflect it, this is going to be the reflection, and then you need to move it 2 units to the right, so 1 2, so the function will move it will be something like okay, let me use different pen. It will be something like this, and then if you see, you have to take it 1 units up, so here. So the graph that we needed is going to be something like this roughly. We can take the idea from Desmos, we can take it to the Desmos. Okay, let's get the parent function. Let me reflect it. So it is reflected. Let's change the color of this, maybe green, okay, maybe blue. Okay, so we have reflected it. Now after reflection, what can we do? Basically we can shift it 2 units to the right as we did. Then we can, what can we do then last? Then the last thing that we can do is f of x equal to minus x minus 2 cube and then plus 1. So that's it. So this is the graph that we had drawn, green one. I hope that makes sense.